Hi there, it's Marcus here from 4POS. Just want to run through the new upgrades with you so you can understand how the process works now. We've tried to improve on it. So for now, I've got a link for the new upgrades downloaded from from Wetransfer. The same links will be available on our website under the downloads option. So once you've got your link there, you can just click on it. It will take you automatically to Wetransfer. Wetransfer is just a file transfer system. We had too many issues with customers saying they're getting timeout errors on the downloads, etc., etc. So we try to make it simple. Alright, so this is the newest, latest, greatest version 24.2.1 that we have available, and as you can see, the Wetransfer screen comes up like this. On some of your computers, you might, if you've never used it before, you'll get an option to say you must accept the terms and conditions and so forth. Obviously, you're just going to click yes on that once, and thereafter it won't appear again. Alright, so let's simply click on download and waiting for the file to come down. Depending on your internet, it might take a couple of minutes. You'll see my internet is quite fast, and it takes literally a few seconds and then it's done. Alright, now the important part is here. Okay, so as you can see in my download option on the top right hand side there, it says the suspicious download file is blocked. Alright, so, and then people send us a WhatsApp and say, well, what now? So what you'll do there is you'll allow it to come down so that you have an option. Okay, so it says file is not commonly downloaded, all the rest of it, and we say download suspicious file. You might get different variations of this depending on what browser you use, whether it's Firefox or Google or Chrome for that matter, or Edge or something like that. But the long and the short of it is that you must allow it. Promise you there's no virus on it. All our computers run Kaspersky. We haven't had viruses in, I don't know, about 10, 12 years. On our computers. Alright, so I'm just going to say download suspicious file, and as you can see, it's done. Now the next step here is, because it's now still sitting just on your browser, it's not on your computer, you haven't done the upgrade yet. Okay, now in the option here you can see there's an option that says show in folder. Again, the different browsers might have different things, but the long and the short of it is you want to say show in folder. So now it will open up the folder for you where your download is in. On here, for those that don't know computers that well, always simple in Explorer just to go and click on view and click on details. Your latest files then, if you click on date modified there, will be right on top. Okay, so if I go, sorry, just make sure the arrow is pointing downwards, in other words the latest first, and there you can see is my upgrades. Now what we suggest you do is right click on that one and copy that to your C drive and the 4POS upgrade folder, as you can see over there. Okay, so I'm going to just paste it in there, and again, now in my case and in many other customers' cases, this type of thing happens where the new upgrade is now called upgrades 5 and not just upgrade. Okay, rename it. So let's delete the old one. Alright, and this is a long-winded way of explaining it. The average person should be able to understand that this is not normal, but okay, let's go through the steps for everybody else. Okay, so I'm going to rename that now, and I'm going to take that 5 out of the name, and I'm not taking the .exe out or anything else. I'm literally just leaving it as that. Alright, and now all you have to do is you double click on it. Okay, with an automated upgrade, in other words, it's coming from 4POS, this will all be not necessary, because it automatically will download into that folder. Okay, but this is for our customers downloading it manually. Alright, and as you can see now, the computer, again, Microsoft Defender pops up and says, no, we don't know what it is and we don't like it and all the rest of it. Click on more info and then run anyway. Okay, again, it's just a protection. You won't have a problem. Okay, and it will run. Now in the background, what's happening here now with a little black screen that pops up is that it's exporting all the files to a folder on your computer, and it's actually, the folder is called C:\temp 4POS for our technicians. Okay, for everybody else, just ignore it, give it time to run. And it's actually opening up two little windows. The top window is where the process will happen, and the bottom window, or the back window, then, as you can see there, just some more information that it's saying it's waiting. So now it's extracting all the files for you. Give it a couple of seconds. You can see the little wait sign runs, and at the bottom of my screen you can see the little shield there is popping up, and your computer is saying, do you want to allow it? Say yes. Okay, yes, that's the program that does all the work, so you obviously want to run it. If you ignore it, you haven't done an upgrade. So just follow the steps. Promise you it will work. Okay, so once that's done, what it will do is it will open up this little 4POS upgrade utility, and it will start copying all the files to the rightful places, do what is necessary to make sure that you're running the latest version. Okay, and you can go through the program names that it's running. Now, important now from this upgrade versus older upgrades. In the older upgrades, you had to close all your 4POS programs on all the computers and while it's running, which means that now for a couple of minutes you can't trade on the other machines. Okay, what this version does, it actually creates a file that gets copied to the other machines automatically. So you can see now it's copying it to all your point of sale machines automatically, and it's copying a file called 4POS SQL exe upgrades to the other machines and opening up the back office automatically. Okay, so now my server computer has been done. Let's just have a look here in the background. So in the background, what it's done is that the file that you downloaded is the 85 meg file. Okay, that's sitting there. It's renamed it to today's date and time, and it created another little folder, or sorry, file called 4POS SQL exe upgrades exe without the date, but that's a smaller file. Okay, and the reason for that is that that is the specific file that's been copied to all the terminals. So if I go to my terminal computer, which is over there now, all right, that file, as you can see there, it's sitting there automatically on the 4POS upgrade. This specific computer has not been upgraded yet. Okay, it's still sitting on whatever version it was running on. Just to prove a point, I can go to the 4POS folder, and I can go and click on type just to see what my back office and everything else is. And you can see, let's just look at 4POS scan quickly. Alright, there's 4POS scan. I'm going to right click on that and go to properties. You'll see the date also is quite an old date, 15th of September last year, 2023. And then if I go here on the detail of this, you'll see that it's version 23.9. Okay, so my point of sale machines, all of them will have this file in. Okay, all of them that have been registered, obviously. And all I have to do now is on this computer, either I can go to that 4POS upgrade folder and double click on that file so that it can run the upgrade, or alternatively, let's assume that you start for the day and you now want to open up 4POS scan as well, the old version now. Okay, so what will happen is it will open up the screen, and in a couple of seconds it will come up with a little message for me that says that no, there's a new upgrade available. Okay, now instead of copying all of that from the server computer, it's now going to just run the upgrade from the local machine. So it's a lot easier, a lot faster, a lot better to do all the process. Alright, and that literally takes a couple of seconds. You'll see the little black screen come up again. Alright, and that's doing the upgrade. It says it's copied all the files and it's done. Now if I open up my 4POS scan, the upgrade is complete, and on this machine will also be version 24.2.1. Alright, so long and the short of it is we cannot make it simpler. Just a last pointer on this. Obviously the same applies if you're running 4POS touch or even a back office computer and you simply opening up the back office. Whether you open any program on any of the other terminals, then whether it's 4POS scan, 4POS touch, or 4POS back office, it will pick up automatically that there's a new version available on the server, upgrade the local machine, and then allow you to be on version 24.2.1. Okay, so as you can see, the touchscreen also available on 24.2. Alright, so now let's just go back quickly to some big things that have been changed and might catch you out. Due to many customers asking us to make changes to the software, we've done the following important change for everyone. All right, and that is in terms of the permissions. We've added two new functions in permissions, and if you don't enable them, you will not be able to do the normal functionality. In other words, you will have problems that will come up with security questions. So let's just go and have a look quickly. Store setup and security, maintain employee details. So let's just go and have a look at accounts permissions that I've got here. And if I look at point of sale permissions, right at the bottom of the screen, okay, so pull it, this taskbar all the way down, you'll see there's an option that says allow searches now separate. It used to be part of view all tables and so forth, that option over there. It's now a separate option. If you do not allow it and you press F1 on 4POS scan, it will pop up and say security override required. That is why go into your permissions, change all of them, all your people, persons working for you, and then of course if you want them to be able to do a no sale, which is open up the drawer, control F2 in 4POS scan or in the 4POS touch by pressing option menu and open till there. If you do not allow that for them, it will not allow it, number one, and number two, in 4POS scan it will ask for a security override. So that obviously implies that you also need to fix your own passwords and say you are able to do that. So don't skip that part, otherwise you'll just run into snags and not know what the permissions are or the controls are all about. Enjoy.